The Drop with Frank and Brian is officially brought to you by Switch Suspension. Switch Suspension specializes in all vehicle chassis components. Lift kits, lowering kits, air ride suspension, wheels, tires, steering, and brake upgrades. They use all the best products from the best brands. And these guys are truck guys. You roll into their parking lot at the shop and they all drive custom vehicles. So they use their products that they sell on their own vehicles. So if you guys are looking for anything for your vehicles, whether you're just starting out or you just need some replacement parts or whatever, give them a call or visit their website, switchsuspension.com.
So much stuff going on.
It's very temperamental.
It is very temperamental. Mine is good. I remember in the very beginning, mine was pretty temperamental, but it's pretty dialed now. Everything is pretty good.
Yours was temperamental because we had all those settings on.
Right.
Yeah. So we thought it might have been the computer because it's a little older, but no, it's still going good.
It's the settings. Which means, so when it resets it, do you have to reset all the settings within the mic? Like when you click on the little mic?
No, everything's good. I just looked right now.
Good on that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right.
Are
you ready?
I don't know. Did you mark down any of the questions and stuff?
I do. I'm prepared. I'm ready to go.
Jeez.
Yeah, dude. I'm on fire today.
I forgot about this whole thing. I was just sitting at tray 5.
I know. I thought that was pretty funny. I'm on. When you're ready to record, you're like, pardon?
I was like, oh yeah, that's today.
Yeah, we got to crank this one out. When everybody's listening to this, LST has happened. This is the Monday morning after LST, so I hope everybody had a really good time. Hope we had a really good time. Hope the weather was good.
It is. It's going to be a really good weekend. The weather looks great.
Mm-hmm.
It did not rain at all last year, right?
No, it didn't.
Okay.
No.
Because
the freezing year was the year before that. Last year was pretty good.
Yeah. When I was talking to Jeremy, I was like, I think this is going to be the first year it doesn't rain. He goes, it didn't rain last year. I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah. No, last year was really great weather. The biggest, I'm sure everybody's tired of me saying this, but the biggest issue last year was I hurt my back.
The biggest issue was you.
Maybe it has something to do with my stress.
Maybe it has something to
so tight all the time.
You stress out never.
I know. Hey, you know what? I didn't really think about my lower back. When I stress, my shoulder, like right here behind my neck, gets so tight. And I like, that's
well, what stresses you out?
Life, man.
I was gonna.
I mean, I can't really narrow it down to one particular thing, but just life in general, you know. Which is so weird.
I was gonna say, get rid of the thing that stresses you out, but then you know,
it might be problematic. Yeah. Everybody listening must go like, "What the hell are you stressed about?"
What are you stressed about, Frank?
Nothing, man. I'm about to jump in a truck tomorrow and hang out with my friends, and we're gonna go to a truck show in Texas. Like,
yeah.
What do you have to worry about?
No, you have the least like. You have a lot of going on, and you worry about a lot of stuff.
I know. And there's some dude probably like at his job right now, like, just like, man, what? Relax. Yeah. It's okay.
Calm down, man.
He's all, I'm fine.
He's like, I'm listening to this on my lunch break because I can't do anything on my regular hours. So you get to do whatever you want when you want.
I know. So here I am. But anyway, welcome to the show. I hope LST was good. We're preparing. I just picked up my truck from getting the oil changed. I'm kind of in a dilemma with that because everybody knows that my road is just a mess. So like if I should send you a picture of what the truck looks like right now. It's pretty funny. It is caked in mud. It looks like it looks like, you know, those dudes who just like rip, you know, when it rains and just like, that's just me driving out of my house.
I was saying, we'll wash it tomorrow.
No, we're not gonna have time to do that.
We're not?
We're not. Oh, tomorrow. Yeah, no, though that's the thing. Yeah. Why do I keep on thinking we're leaving tomorrow morning?
I don't know. You freaked me out when you said that on the phone earlier.
That's the second time.
Because Joe was like, make sure RJ brings all the hats home. And I was like, okay. And then I hit RJ up and RJ's like, Joe said I had till Wednesday. And I'm like,
oh, Wednesday. Oh no, Wednesday for sure.
And I was like, oh, I don't know if Joe's coming over today or tomorrow. I said, I'm just reminding you And he goes, okay, I'll reach out to Joe. And then I sent that one message and you were like, well, that's going to be a problem. And I'm like, why is that going to be a problem? I don't understand what's happening. I'm just going to not talk.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why that, but no, it's Monday. I still have a lot of the trailer's ready to go. The trailer's packed. It's ready to go. I have a few things here in the office that I need to pack away. But that's set. It's just like a lot of little things. I got to take my kid to a dentist appointment tomorrow morning. Have to go down to Ontario and pick up your shirts and do some stuff there. And then I should be on the road to your place around 1, is I'm guessing, which puts me there 7 your time.
Yeah.
7-ish.
Cool.
And then the grand plan to leave at 3 a.m. on Wednesday.
That's what we are doing.
Which will be that'll be a first.
Well, a first for us leaving. I've left at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
When I
whole thing.
Yeah, when I drove out to LST with Frank's truck on the back, the gold C10, I did that. I just drove straight through. And then and I've done it a couple times. I remember that one time we were going to Slam Fest and Holly was flying to Houston and I left here. And I literally drove straight through to Houston, drove into the airport as she was getting off the plane and picked her up. Yeah. Like we could not have, there was no way to plan. Like if the airport's an hour away, you can plan it to be at the airport in an hour. When the airport is 18 hours away or whatever, like you don't know.
Yeah, that's just happenstance. That worked out well.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, usually, because usually in years past, I'll get to your place, we leave sometime-ish morning, Wednesday morning. We get to Fort Stockton, our most favorite place in the world. We crash, and then we usually get into Conroe evening.
And that's what I don't want to do. Like I
kind of feel I agree to that. Like it'd be really cool to get there and then like early on Thursday and just kind of like set things up and chill and not have to be like go.
And also the reason that we always left between like 6 and 8 was because we were meeting up with the crews,
the C10 guys. Yeah, the crews, the C10 crews. Yeah, which we have none of that going on.
No, it's just us. And yeah, it's just whatever. But yeah, but then sometimes you do get out here late, and then we'll sit here and talk and blab till Angie, 1 in the morning.
That's literally what Angie just said, because I was like kind of telling her about this whole thing. She's like, if you guys would just shut up and go to bed.
That sounds like Chelsea. I was like, yeah. She's like, what time's Frank getting? I was like, oh, she's like, should we make pizza tomorrow? And I was like, oh yeah, we'll have dinner for when Frank gets here, or she's gonna stop and get. And she goes, well, Frank's not gonna get here till like midnight. And I'm like, why? She's like, he always gets here at like midnight.
Why is that? I don't know. I don't know. But I'm trying to be there between around 7-ish, and then get your stuff loaded into the trailer. Well, we got a little thing going on because we have to unload the shirts that I picked up. We have to organize those.
Oh yeah, there's going to be some. Well, the good thing is we're not recording a podcast, and we can just blabber when we're doing. We're just blabber when we're organizing. Yeah, because I printed all my pre-order stuff too, so I have to package those and they're ready to go though. So
the last time I was there we did that with a drop and we had like a little good like system going, so we can knock that out.
It's
no big deal.
I printed like all the labels and I wrote the size shirt on the label, so it's just like
that's good.
Boom,
that's
boom,
cool.
boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah,
cool. Well, I mean that's a really solid plan. We'll see how that comes together.
Either way, we're going.
Oh, we're going. We're 100% going. Yeah. It's happening. It's definitely going down.
Yes.
But so that's the next couple days. But yeah, we're recording this podcast because we're probably not going to have some time to do it, between now and next Monday.
Because comes out. We could take the microphones and do an Airbnb podcast with me, you, Joe, Chupis, Will Freeman's going to LST. And Morgan, and we could just all have this smorgasbord of pizza wing. But that's not going to happen. Like
that's true. That'd be really cool, but logistically, like it's kind of a pain in the ass.
Yeah, because by the time we leave the show, get dinner, get back to the Airbnb, we're so tired.
Yeah.
So we would be a little freaking out. We could still attempt that.
I was going to ask you, should I bring my mics and stuff?
I would bring your mics just in case. I mean, they're not going to take up much room. You know what I mean? So
no. Yeah. All right. Well, do that. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's the plan for that.
Yeah.
Yep. So other than that, what do we were last episode we said give us some questions, which the last episode we recorded 3-4 days ago on Thursday.
I know,
so it wasn't too long ago.
We go
it feels so weird. We go
a month without recording an episode, and then we're just like bam, 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 right back into it.
Yeah. So last week we had people ask questions and stuff. Did we want to talk about these little guys, these new little things?
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Because I'm excited to use this thing. So what I'm talking about is which is so funny that we all got one. Like you were the first one to get
No,
one.
I
Then
wasn't
Will
the
got
first one.
Who was the first one?
Actually, Will McDougal got one.
Oh, okay.
And Will Freeman, they got theirs first.
Oh, Will got his first.
Yeah, he got his first,
okay.
and then I was kind of reluctant because the Pocket 2, and what we're talking about here is these.
Yeah, we should give some context.
These. So.
Oh, you have yours?
Yeah, I was just using mine. So.
Oh, you were at Tray 5.
Yeah. So this little guy.
Mm-hmm.
These are DJI Pocket 3s. I was reluctant to get these because the Pocket 2 is not good.
That's what it's so funny that you mentioned that because everything that I was like watching, I watched a couple of the Pocket 2 videos. Yeah, that thing was not good.
No,
how did they get so advanced in one?
This is a 1-inch sensor.
Okay.
So
the other one, what size is the other one?
It's very small, like a phone sensor, or a
GoPro
GoPro sensor, and that's why these can do so well at night because the sensor, which the light hits on your phone and on GoPros are very tiny. So at night, they just fall apart.
Right.
And these at night do really good. And the other part that's good about this, the reason that I got it, ended up getting it, was the microphone. So this has a microphone on here.
That's this guy right here. I'll show.
Well, no, I'm saying the internal microphone.
Oh, the internal microphone. Oh, yeah, the internal microphone is really good as well. Yeah,
it's real good. And then the other reason I got it was because in 3 clicks, it points right at you.
Mm-hmm. And you're vlogging.
You know what's funny is I've never used this for a reel.
Oh, really? Not yet? That's actually why I was excited about it.
When you said that the other day, I was laughing because I guarantee you won't use this as a reel.
I want to bet.
Yeah.
Okay. I bet.
Just like your phone, when you got your little gimbal for your phone, you didn't use it, right?
Well, because that was, it was too much of a pain in the ass. I did. I thought, okay, so I'm making reels on my phone. What could I do to make this a little bit better? So I got a gimbal.
But this is not going to improve that.
But, okay, all right. That's not going to improve what? The gimbal part?
That's not going to improve the reel. The difference between making a reel on your phone and a reel on this is there's no difference. Except walking with it. But even on the phone, you just put it on the stabilizer and you can do the stabilizer too. I guarantee you, and I will put money on this. Right? You will be so vlogging with this more than making reels with this. You will go like, oh, I haven't even really made a reel. Like you might make a reel to try to prove this point this weekend.
Like I said before, spite is a hell of a motivator.
Oh yeah, 100%. Same here. I've spent lots of money just on spite. So
yeah.
But the best thing about this is flipping it on. Say it's in the center console of the truck, and you want to vlog. You just pick this up and hit it 3 times, and you don't need this big old microphone on your camera and this big old camera.
Right.
So this is this is actually going to be
really excited about.
That's what I thought you were most excited about because the real part, there's no difference between this and your phone.
No, I understand. Yeah, I mean, and as far as I understand that. It just, I don't know why I was excited about that part.
It's a mental thing because you think that you're going to make reels now because this is vertical, but so is this.
That's true.
So if you're not making reels with this, you're not going to make them with this.
I make a lot of reels with my phone.
I know, but so I mean, you make more reels than I do, but I'm just excited because now in the center console of your truck, there's only these two things.
And my camera with a long lens in case I want. No, I'm just kidding.
Did you watch that video where you can zoom on this?
Yeah. I've got it pretty dialed. I've watched every video that you've sent me is an hour long.
I know they're so. I have to watch them in pieces. But
me too.
So the second one I sent you was actually way more informative than that first one.
Well, because I think that second one was only like a few days old or a week old or something like that. Because there was a bunch of firmware updates on it.
Well, not just the firmware didn't do too much. It was just more of tips and tricks versus the basic stuff. I didn't know that you hit this little thing on the side, and then now you can zoom in and out with the little joystick.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. I was like, oh, and then you hit it again.
It's pretty dang versatile. The reason I want to bring it up is one, we have these kind of new toys to play with on this new trip, and I'm excited about it. But we always on this podcast talk about gear. Gear doesn't matter. Use what you got. And then when I first got this, I made an Instagram story, of course, that was I said specifically, I said, gear doesn't matter until it does. And this thing has enough stuff in it to make it worthwhile to get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And a lot of people ask, what should I get? What should I get? What should I spend my money on? So this comes in two varieties, the basic and the creator pack. The creator pack comes with the microphone, like you were saying, and like low key. I have
the amount of stuff the creator pack comes with is
it comes
impressive.
with the handle and just like this acts as a remote too to record.
Yeah, if I learned that.
Yeah, so like if anyone's has $600-700 or whatever, and like
sounds ridiculous. If you got an extra $700 laying around,
people spend $1,500 on their phones.
That's true.
You know what I
point.
mean? So like,
yeah, good point.
If your phone's all right and you're thinking about upgrading your phone just to get a better camera on your phone, I don't know, just buy this. Like, this is so good at night, and it's like
I haven't used it at night yet. I'm still want to mess with it at night.
Yeah, so it's just like if you're in the truck and we're driving and it's nighttime, like you could just turn it on, flip, and start talking. Like like GoPros suck at night, and their audio sucks.
Yep.
This has great audio even without this microphone.
Yep.
So like, it just does so. It's just really, really good. So like, I definitely recommend getting this, almost this over a DSL or a mirrorless.
Yeah, I would say the same thing, because that's like, unless you're kind of, I don't know how to put this, unless you're like really getting into other stuff, because like so we talked up how great it is, and the only thought I want to finish on that is like, I have had the same vlog setup since like 8 years ago, which is my Canon body DSLR camera with a wide lens and a big Rode microphone on top and a big tripod, and that worked for a really long time. It was cumbersome. It like there was a lot of like moving parts to it and stuff like that. So this almost eliminates all that. Like, it makes it look way easier, way more accessible. And we always talk about how the only way to create stuff, not the only way to create stuff, but the best way to create stuff is the path of least resistance. Like, what can you do the fastest to record something to make it a finished product?
Yeah.
And this had ticked enough of those boxes where I'm like, oh yeah, this is going to make my life easier. So that's sort of just like my final thought on like getting it from my perspective.
Most people that buy like a mirrorless camera, they're like they see other people with mirrorless cameras and they think that's what they need. You know what I mean? Like, it depending on what you're doing, obviously depends on what your needs are. But for like, if you're just going out there to make videos at car shows or make videos or vlog or travel videos, and you want something really compact and really good quality, this thing is it.
Yeah.
It's the only thing that it lacks over like a mirrorless is if you're taking, like, this will take photos too, but it's not as robust as like a GoPro. So don't get this and think you can like go skiing with
throw it around. Yeah.
Motorsports. Like, get a GoPro for that. And also photos. Like, it does take photos, but they're not the best photos, but it still will. And then zooming capabilities. So it doesn't zoom very much. So,
and that's what I was going to say. That was going to be my follow-up about the mirrorless stuff, because that's actually my plan, is now that I've kind of like made one of my pieces of gear obsolete, I'm thinking about, because right now I currently have two bodies and lenses and stuff like that. And I was like, if I can like sell all that stuff and consolidate it down to one mirrorless camera with a nice lens, it would kind of like compact this whole thing. And so when you said like, someone would pick this over a mirrorless, I think like Will kind of said it best back in his episode, if I don't know if anybody picked it up or remembered, but he's like, yeah, it's awesome, but I wish I could just do this. Like, I can zoom in and I can have these dynamic shots and I can do this, because this thing will make dynamic shots. Like, it'll do it. Well, but you're still like, there's something just
there is something just missing. But if you spend the time, like, if you shoot in 4K, right? So say, for example, your others are 1080, so you don't need to shoot in 4K on this. But if you do shoot in 4K on this, and then you do have zooming capabilities.
Oh, because you can punch
it in. Because
in
your timeline you create in Adobe Premiere is a 1080p timeline. So you can zoom in on the timeline and not lose quality. So you technically, like, if you were shooting a wheel, if you're standing back and you pointed this at a rim, you can also blur the background with this too.
Oh, it can?
Yeah, you just touch the screen and it'll focus on this and it'll blur the background. And there's a couple focus settings too. I haven't messed with them too much, but where it's like you can change the focus to where it does that. So like, if you wanted to, like if you just had this, you could do those dynamic shots where
you could find a workaround.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, that's the best thing about shooting in 4K is editing it on a 1080 timeline, so you have essentially two different shots.
Right.
Or you can keyframe and zoom, and you're not losing that quality. So
hold on a second.
Okay.
No sweater. I was getting a little warm.
Oh, okay.
I'm drinking a hot cup of coffee, wearing a sweater in here, and it's getting a little warm.
I just think it's going to be funny that all of us have these now. And we're going to be like the pocket gang. And so everyone's going to be walking around. Look at the size difference. And this is a smaller gimbal. Okay?
Oh, yeah. That's
so.
Yeah.
I'm putting it next to the Pocket 3. So, and then, at LST and all these shows, you got these guys walking around, you know what I mean? Like with these things.
Yeah, with gimbals and big external monitors.
All of us are going to just be like this.
Okay, that is actually this is my next point that I wanted to bring up and see your thoughts on it. This, you just said that you were down at Tray 5. You make videos for them, and you've been using this a lot to help produce those videos. I'm doing some stuff tomorrow for someone to produce some content or some videos. How do you think someone we're supposed to be these dudes who know how to do video, right? So we rock down there and whip this thing out
I would never take this to a paid job.
Oh, okay.
So I only do it at Tray 5 because we're friends.
Right.
And I even told him, I was like, I'm going to record on this and see how it is. And he goes, yeah, I don't care what you do. And he was kind of my test to see how it is. Now I'm not going to use it all the time because there are limitations for it. You know what I mean? I can tell the quality difference between my big camera and this, but it's not a quality difference that's important enough anyone else is going to see it.
Right.
It's just, it's like, when you record on your phone and then you look at your other footage from the big camera, there's a depth to your bigger camera. There's more it's not like the phone is flat and all the details are on one singular layer.
I know exactly what you're talking about. And that's the best way to describe it. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's the bigger cameras can reach that depth behind too. Not necessarily in focus, but just in I don't know. It's hard to explain, but otherwise, this thing is, and then I was filming it, using it at Pandas too, to film the last couple episodes of my Tacoma stuff. But what I was lacking was, and before I kind of knew so, I would mic him up. So I would put this microphone on him but I didn't have a microphone.
Oh.
So I bought
another microphone.
This DJI, this thing.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Yeah. So it comes with two more microphones.
So
there.
I was wondering when you were showing me the microphone that came with a thing why I had a one on. I was curious about that, but now I understand.
Yeah, and it also comes with this little guy.
What is that?
So this can go on top of my Sony camera, and then people that are wearing this microphone, the DJI microphone. Now I don't have to sync the audio; it just goes straight into that. But that's also cool. Check this out. Gadgets, right?
Gadgets. It's so funny. And that's why I was kind of chuckling a little bit coming into this talk about we always were, gear doesn't matter. Let's just talk about these thousands of dollars worth of gear we spend our freaking money on.
Well,
I kind of find it kind of funny.
Yeah.
It's just funny.
So you take this thing and you take this little dealio here.
And for our audio listeners, you got to come over to the YouTube and watch the video because that's not going to make any sense to you guys.
Yeah. And even the video might not make any sense because I don't know what I'm doing right now because I haven't done this before.
It's okay.
Maybe it's this way. Yep, it's this way. All right. Here we go.
Okay.
That's the receiver.
Oh, to your phone. Nice.
Yeah. So now if you're you can clip that mic on and use your phone and get the audio, the DJI audio through your phone.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Super cool. And this little case charges everything.
That's awesome. You know what it is, and this is, so as much as we say gear doesn't matter, use what you got, the more you get into it and the more stuff you do, and then we've said where you figure out I wish it could do this, everything, we were kind of not talking crap on GoPros, but saying that they don't they don't have good as this, they don't have good as that, but everything serves a purpose. Like your phone serves a purpose. This new Pocket 3 serves a purpose. Our big cameras serve, like everything serves a purpose.
Yeah.
And eventually you'll get to a point where it's like kind of like a mechanic, and like tools.
Yeah.
Like a mechanic throughout the years buys little things here and there to make his job easier. And then all of a sudden he has amassed these like, bunch of tools, right? That's essentially what all this stuff is,
Well, when I started actually like vlogging was like 2020. Mm-hmm. I never really turned the camera around on myself and talked. So I had no use for certain things. When I started to do that, it wasn't my main priority. My main priority is filming other things. That's what I do for a living. Mm-hmm. So I wanted it to be as easy as possible. So I bought the GoPro, and then I bought the little mic, and I was like, okay, this is cool. And then it wasn't enough for me because I was doing more talking and more of this. So it's just like, now I think I've found that like it's just too good now. And now I just want to do more. Nothing I bought has ever made me want to do more. And now
that's cool.
It's just like Will, when he bought it, he's like, now I want to make videos.
Yeah.
He was on a mirrorless, but he just didn't have it wasn't giving him the results he wanted,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 It's interesting. It's interesting just how we kind of get to this spot with all this stuff, but I'm excited. I've messed around with it a little bit, nothing serious. Today's kind of going to be the first day I'm serious about it, because like another cool little feature that I like about it is the face tracking. You can do selfie mode and face track. So now I can like walk around my shop and like talk about things and still have good audio wearing the microphone. Mm-hmm. It'll follow me around. It'll give it kind of more of an interesting thing to look at, And
in post, you don't have to sync your audio. It's already part of the video file.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
that's really cool,
because that's what I would do when I would go to Tray 5 or anywhere I would film, and then I would have them mic'd up on a separate track. Mm-hmm. So when I got home, I would have to align the audio and the video track up on each clip.
Which is what we have to do with this podcast, because we have to take the audio that's recorded on these microphones in our software and sync them to the video.
Do you know what I want to do when we get back from LST?
What's that?
I want to record both of us record this podcast with these.
Oh, okay.
Because we might be able to equalize because like you're on a crop sensor with one lens, I'm on a full frame with a different lens, and they almost match up. But I bet you if we like put these 3.5 feet over here in front of us, and then you put it 3.5 feet over here,
that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah,
that would be pretty cool. I like that.
Just record in 4K, and then I'll record in 4K, and then I can adjust them. I have adjustability in there.
All right, cool. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, that sounds like a really good plan.
And then we'll just throw away our big cameras and then have these little toys.
I know, right? No, I'm actually like excited because here's my like little sneaky. I guess it's all kind of selfish, but one little selfish thing that I like looking forward to is I've always, for the last 3 or 4 years, I've been trying to justify buying a full frame mirrorless camera, but I never could justify it because all of my stuff works good. Like I don't need to. Yeah. But I think this might be my kind of like opportunity to justify it, to be like, okay, I think I can do this. I can sell all this equipment and then consolidate it into one, because like, I want to.
Well, and you're in the market we were talking about computer stuff, right? Because what a lot of people don't understand too is, you can upgrade all this camera stuff, but then.
Yes. Well, you went through that.
I went through that. Yeah. So, but you were like in the market for a new laptop, and how we were discussing, you could just buy the laptop with an external screen. And the laptop is powerful enough to edit all the 4K that you want.
Then I can get rid of my desktop and this laptop.
Well, you can get rid of. You could keep that desktop that you have now.
Can you use that as an external monitor?
No. I know it's stupid.
That is.
But external monitors are like a 4K external monitor. I think I got this one. It was only like $300.
Oh, that's
not bad. And they sell cheaper ones. You know what I mean? But like you could just have that laptop next to your external screen, and when you edit, you use the laptop, and then you can just, if you go in the living room, you just unplug it, take it in the living room, and then you can keep that monitor and computer you have there as like just your internet computer where you're playing YouTube videos.
There you go. That's a cool idea. Yeah. Have you seen that like docking thing where you can take your MacBook and like dock it and then like plug so you don't have to have all these like you could plug everything into that dock. Yeah. And then just slide it in. So I thought that was cool. I don't know. Yeah. I'm sort of on the very kind of like cusp of getting into that. Cause like you said, you went through that. You were getting way more into shooting 4K video. Your computers can so you had to go through all that process. And I think after all these years of saying this is good enough, I think I'm on the cusp of like moving to the next thing.
Yeah, and you just have to naturally update things after a while. You know, like.
Well, my bodies are 80Ds, and so 80Ds were the model year of like 15, something like that. So they're almost 10 years old.
Yeah, but the technology in the camera hasn't changed a ton from then. It's mostly just resolution, but like you don't really, I don't know. It's hard. Like you also, the lens that you have the 24 to
105.
That's like a softer L lens. Like it's not super, like if you were to just go and buy new lenses, you'd be like, oh crap, this is super crisp. But
even with like stock lenses, or what do you mean?
Like more expensive L lenses.
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. That lens is sort of like the beginning of the nice lenses.
That's what same one I had. And I was like, why is everyone else's stuff so crisp? And then someone's like, well, that lens is good, but it's not like, then the problem comes, you're like, okay, I'll just buy new lenses. But the lenses for that camera are not the new Canon lenses. So it's like, you're just in this
perpetual
thing of like, what do I do? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you can go buy, you don't even need a full frame mirrorless camera. There's no reason to get a full frame mirrorless camera. You can just get a crop sensor mirrorless camera, you know, and it would be the last camera you probably ever need to buy, you know?
Right.
So
yeah, it'll be interesting how it progresses over the foreseeable future. Depending what is that? Wow.
Yeah, I know. This is a big old suction cup that I've got because like the stupid ass GoPro suction cups that always would just fall off.
Right.
So this thing pumps.
Oh, okay.
And then this arm right here
ain't coming off.
This arm can adjust, and you can put the pocket on there. So we can put this on the center of the windshield, put one of the pockets on there, and have it pointed at us. And anytime we just want to record anything, we just hit record.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
I like it. Yeah, like I said, what I was about to say was like I have not created anything with this yet. I'm still poking around, figuring it out. So I haven't created anything substantial yet. So this trip will be the first substantial thing that I create, and that will probably dictate the next, where I'm going. I think it's going to work well. For example, you were talking about that the gimbal that I bought for my phone, and it's funny. It's so funny how our dynamic is. I was like, I think I'm going to get a gimbal. You're like, that's a dumb idea. And I was like, okay.
I try not to say dumb idea because
I'm being a little hyperbolic.
Yeah.
I'm just being a little hyperbolic. Yeah. But yeah, it's like you're like, I don't think. More specifically, what you said, you're like, you're not going to need it. You don't need it. And I was like, well, sometimes you have to learn things on your own. So like, I got it, took it to an event, and I was like, I don't need this. So then I took it back. So I mean, we'll see what happens with this thing. I don't think I'm going to take it back, but
no, this will probably be the best thing that you have bought in a long time. That's why I'm like so excited about it because like I get excited when things work out. So
Me too. And a really good example of that, I didn't know Will got his first, but to see Will getting excited about making videos again, to see you excited, my own excitement, and also like because Lindsay picked one up too. She posted that video of Rich's BMW.
Oh, did she get one too?
Yeah, she got one too.
Oh, okay. I thought she had borrowed Will's or something.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. All right. I don't know. I might be talking out of turn here.
Okay.
Maybe. But I remember her saying that she wanted to get one. Mm-hmm. Let's assume she did get it. Okay. She posted up that video of Rich's BMW, and I'm like, I got so happy. I was like, that is so sick. That is so cool. So yeah, it's cool that everybody's excited about it. What did Chupis get?
Chupis actually is not excited about his camera, and we had to rent a camera for him because his is not working right.
I saw that. He's still having some, because he has an A6700.
He just bought a Sony A6700, which is a crop frame, very good camera. Mm-hmm. But it's overheating because he's running an external monitor, which he has to because of his vision, and it just helps him shoot. So if you're running an external monitor, it like sucks a lot of heat out of there. And he's running 4K, 60, all this stuff. So there's a camera that's only a couple $100 more, and it's called the FX30, and it's the exact same camera.
By Sony or another company?
Same exact. It's the exact same camera, but it doesn't have a viewfinder. The eye thing, it has a fan on it, so it's Sony's cinema camera, and it shoots the exact same. It has same sensors, same everything, but with the fan, it doesn't overheat. So we rented one of those, and we have to pick it up at a UPS store on Thursday in Conroe.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Cool.
So,
yeah,
because he was talking to me, he was shooting it on that the first time the other night, and he's like, help me. He goes, this thing keeps shutting off. So I'm like,
that's what I saw. He was doing like an event at night or something.
Yeah. So I'm like, we're on the phone, and I'm watching videos. I'm like on the forums looking, and I'm like, open the battery door, open the flap. And he goes, it says, I'm like, well, change this setting. He's like, I don't know what to do to help me out.
That's funny. It's like when, like in the movies when someone's out in the field and you're just like, all right, come on. Yeah, that's hilarious. That's really funny.
So it's kind of sucks, but I told him, I was like, just, I actually was going to hit him up. But yeah, so we rented that camera.
Cool. Yeah. Again, fun week. I can't wait to get out there and do something since it's been a while. Been a while since been doing stuff. Yep. Yeah, excited. Gear. Go buy all the gear. Don't let... Just buy it. Keep commerce, capitalism, consumerism. Buy. No.
Yeah. Send your money to DJI.
Yeah. Well, because basically, like, another thought that I had about is it's basically the same sensor and lens they put on a drone, right? Or
yeah,
is it different?
it's like that's the same gimbal and stuff. The sensor inside it, inside here is just bigger. I don't know. The other thing too is the little thing the little cover has the magnets with the lenses.
You want to know what I did? I put the wide angle lens on, and I'm like kind of testing it, putting it on, taking it off, putting it on, taking it off. I'm like, okay. And then I left it on. I go to turn it off. It's all bang, 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 bang. And I'm like, oh shit. And then like I'm sitting here for like an hour, but like, did I break it? Like, is everything fine? It's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can't leave the wide angle lens cover on if you plan on turning it off.
Yeah, and it's got another spot in here for more.
The ND filters?
Yeah, because I bought a thing of ND filters.
Mm-hmm.
How do you...
I learned that lesson real fast about not having ND filters because I was setting the shutter on it. I was like, I'm going to, do shutter priority and like, set it at 50 and everything's cool. And then I'm walking around outside. I'm like, why the hell is it so blown out? What the hell? And I learned, ND filters.
Yeah, I've never put an ND filter on this thing.
Yeah, you just been rocking the auto exposures and stuff?
Yeah,
because... Did you like bump it down a little bit?
Mm-mm.
No?
No.
Oh, I bumped mine down just a hair. It's just because one of the videos said bump it down a little bit.
Yeah, because you can bring it back up in post. But like, are you shooting in pro mode?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe. Well, I'm sure that was another thing. I'm sure like once we get together, like we're going to, go through and be like, changing the little thing. So I figure we'll make some adjustments.
I'll be in the truck just changing yours. You get it back. You're like, I don't know. What did you do to that stupid thing? I'm like, this is the right way. And it's the wrong way.
Yeah. Well, cool. So that's the gear thing. And, people do find the gear stuff interesting, so.
Well, if they didn't, they wouldn't ask us gear stuff all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is a good segue into the next part of what we do here.
What are we doing here?
Hit the music.
Oh, you should have warned me.
I know. I kind of threw that one on.
Go.
Oh.
And drop.
Dropping in.
Drop in.
Drop.
I dropped everything. I knew the drops would come.
Drop it.
Done.
Okay. Well, I think we'll start off with everybody's favorite commenter, Jason Bacon. Because we talked about him the last episode, so I figured that would make sense. I don't think you actually put any questions on.
Did he put it on the YouTube? Because I saw there was a question on the YouTube.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now. And I had it all pulled up, and then my dumb fat finger moved it. So now you gotta hold on.
You want me to play the song again?
No, it's good. We're good. We're good. Man. He asked about having Kool-Aid on. He's all, when are we gonna have Kool-Aid on? And I was like, well, I really don't know Kool-Aid, so. And actually, I don't think anybody knows where that dude is anyway. So.
He's not too hard to get a hold of, but yeah, I don't know. Here's the thing with the guests is eventually everyone will be on. We just don't know when.
Or in what order? Yeah,
or in what order? Because there's like obvious people that we could have on that we have not had on yet, and it's just a timing thing. And I also think like when we started doing these on FaceTime, I don't ever want to do that with guests again.
Oh yeah, no, that was definitely not the way to do it.
No,
yeah. We learned that real fast.
Yeah, it's too tough. It's too easy we don't live far away from each other, so it's like we just take turns driving out, and
I think that enriches the experience for the people listening too.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, I think that not only quality wise, like being in the same spot and being able to record and get good audio and stuff like that, but one thing that was really apparent in those 2 episodes that we did with just the FaceTime was it was a huge felt disconnected. I think we did like 3 episodes like that. We did Vic, Joey
and Will,
yeah,
and
all
Georgia.
of them. Oh yeah, we did Georgia
and Jaime.
too. And Jaime. We did a lot of them.
We did a lot, but the one with Vic, I couldn't see either of you, and I was just staring at this blank screen, and people were like, "Do you hate that Vic guy?" I'm like, "No, why?" They're like, "Because you look pissed the whole time." I was like, I wasn't pissed. I was just like, it felt like I wasn't there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was just like, well, what am I even doing here?
Yeah.
So I don't like, I remember that I was like, nah, we just need to in person.
Yeah. So the thing that you're answering is when people say, hey, you got to have this person on. It's like, yeah, we will.
But also give us ideas, because there's so many people that that I didn't think of that were so obvious.
Yeah.
And
that's
I was
true.
like, oh yeah, duh. Like that would be a great person. You know what? Someone suggested a question for Dino's next year. Cause you know, at the,
Mike on the mic.
Mike on the mic. They they sent me a message. Who was it? I will tell you right now. Maybe I'm lying. I won't tell you right now. Jason Bergstrom.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think he lives out by you, actually.
I think so. Yeah.
He said the next question for Dino's what's your favorite Girl Scout cookie? And I'm like,
that's a great question.
That's a really good question.
That's a great question.
So when people we think we have all the bases covered, but just, send us questions, send us whatever, ideas, suggestions, because our brains don't work very good.
Yeah, but that's a great one. That's definitely probably going to be the next one for next year,
I
right?
think that is already going to be it.
That's it. That's it. Hold on.
Yep.
That would be another great thing about 2 things. Sorry, we had to cut because camera stuff. Anyway, that's another thing about going real quick back to the gear stuff. That'd be cool if we could figure out how to do it on the Pocket 3s, record the podcast, or even if I did get a better camera, because that's one thing that really sucks about this camera is having to stop every 25 minutes or so.
Oh,
and
that I didn't even think about that part when I was suggesting doing this with this, because
it would just continue recording, right?
Did we talk about on the podcast about doing we did when we were talking about the Lay Frame podcast, how they do it live.
Yeah,
we were talking about doing a live segment of ours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we talked about that last week.
Yeah, maybe yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I have an idea.
We have an idea. But anyway, that was one thing that we were talking about, this whole gear thing about me, getting onto a newer camera, as far as...
Oh, yeah, because Frank, not a lot of people know, but Frank's camera, he has to, it only records for 28 minutes.
Yeah.
And then it shuts down. Older cameras did that because there was a certain video camera tax. It was a tax. Mm-hmm. If a camera recorded for so long, it was considered a video camera, and there was a different segment. Anyways, newer cameras don't do that, and it would make
your life easier, because I send you all of the footage and you have to stitch this whole freaking thing
I like
together.
Making my life easier, but you still, when your thing is printing the t-shirts, there's nothing to make that easier.
That was to go back to our conversation last week. That's one of the points that I was trying to make. That's the double-edged sword of printing my own shirts, is it does, it's time consuming.
We'll just have Brandon do it.
I mean, that was also an option too, but anyway, we can talk about that later.
Is that like a built versus bot?
No,
if we had Brandon do it, you would be like, yeah, but I want to do it. They're ours t-shirts.
You know what? Yes and no. I mean, it would be awesome to just say, okay, here's the design, here's the shirts I need, and then go pick them up, and then I would have so much more time to do everything else that I want to do. But
in reality, that just could naturally happen, because if the quantities go up,
yeah, that's definitely, yeah.
And then we could actually get to a point where Yeah, if the quantities go up, it just makes more sense.
That would make more sense.
Again,
like right now, it doesn't. Like it makes more sense for me to do it because, like, yeah, I can print 30 shirts if I needed to or whatever. But yeah, if we get to a point where we're moving massive
100, 200 t-shirts.
Yeah, then it would be like, oh yeah, Brandon, I need
massive amount. A massive amount.
I know. Do you want to? Okay, I'm gonna put myself. You want me to put myself on blast because I do that a lot.
Yeah.
You remember like many episodes ago when Stuart from KIK asked how silly I sounded. He puts up his post about what he's like made for the upcoming show season. I'm just like, man, I feel stupid. Which is a lot more than me. And he prints his own stuff and does all of his own hats and he does everything. Yeah. So anyway, putting myself on blast a little bit. But anyway, back to these questions.
But you have that full-time job thing that gets in the way.
I know. She's all. Yeah, let's say that. Anyway, we got a few that came through the Instagram. All right. I put this up this morning, so it's kind of short notice. So these are, and I'm pretty sure that after we record this and all the rest of the questions come in, we'll have to do them some other.
If we were smart, we could have put this up Sunday. We could have said on Sunday and made a post on our Instagram Sunday.
Yeah, that's true. But I did go to a kid's birthday party and maybe drank too much. But anyway. Anyway, the first question is from Dragon Blazer on Instagram. Oh, and by the way, these are straight off the cuff. I've not read these. I've vetted like a couple of them, but now new ones have come in. I've not vetted these. So cool. If they get wild, buckle up. Have you guys ever considered doing this is funny. Have you guys ever considered doing a live podcast show like the one Brian was on? We literally just talked about that. Yeah,
go back to last episode.
Listen to that.
Or maybe they didn't listen to it. They already asked that question or we talked about it after. But yes, I have this idea that we kind of talked about it last time where the end of the episode, we could open it up on sometimes to a live thing. Mm-hmm. And I kind of have an idea and we will talk about that on our road trip.
Yeah. I think those are going to be more also for guest episodes. I don't think they'd work too well in this format.
I think that they would work in this format if the podcast grew and we had more listeners.
Okay.
And also we didn't do it every episode.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That'd be good.
Once a month.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Bacon. Of course, Bacon didn't leave anything on the YouTube video because we specifically asked him to come over to the Instagram and drop a question.
Yeah, he listens.
Will the Runner and Taco get trailer hitches so you guys can do booths at shows? My truck actually has a hitch. It has a full built-in hitch between the frame rails. It's got a receiver on it, and I hooked up a trailer to it one time and took it for a drive and came home like, this is not going down. It's a 3.0 V6 automatic 4Runner.
It could do it. There's no reason it couldn't.
Very slowly. Like when I pulled out of the place here, I'm like, this is not bad. It stopped fine. Everything was good. I hit a hill. I hit a small hill. I don't, like my place, like I'm kind of at the bottom of that hill that goes up.
Did you make a right on Bear Valley?
Yeah, right on Bear Valley. Went up the hill.
Yeah, that's not a very big hill.
I know it's not. It is not. And it's all.
Yeah, I think the only way you could do it is if you like revamped that motor. You know what I mean? But
scaled back if I got a smaller trailer, because I actually have this pretty neat little trailer. It's a old vintage U-Haul trailer.
But how much less does that weigh? It's only a few hundred pounds.
True. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I was doing really smaller.
When I was doing the research for my trailer, because I needed it to weigh as least the amount as possible.
Oh yeah,
the aluminum trailers weigh more than the steel ones.
Oh really?
Because the steel ones only need a steel frame and it's wood. The aluminum is aluminum. The whole thing.
Oh yeah.
There's no wood on it, so it's all metal. And there were a few that were lighter, but they were only by like 50 pounds.
Yeah. Oh, that's
and then the difference between like your trailer total weight, your size trailer, and my trailer total weight is like 300 pounds maybe.
Mm-hmm. It was more the stuff we were putting in it at that one time.
Yeah. So it's like even if you the trailer you have now, I think your truck would do it if it got revamped and it had a fresh motor in it. Yeah,
that could be
and a fresh thing because those trucks towed stuff.
Yeah. The people towed boats and stuff and like little RV trailers and they've done it before for sure. One time I loaded it down. I was going up to Big Bear to a little show. Yeah, I'll tell the story again because it's hilarious. So I load up the booth in the 4Runner, and I'm talking easy up, racks, merch in the 4Runner. I have it loaded. There's like Angie sitting in the front seat, and there's a grate coming over her head. So then I start going up the hill up to Big Bear. I get halfway up and smoke starts billowing out underneath the truck, and it's the carpet melting and falling through the holes in the body on top of the exhaust.
You almost burned your truck down.
Yeah, very close. Very, very close.
Yeah.
But anyway, and then that like I got to address that situation anyway because the exhaust is really close to the bottom because the same thing happened on the way to and I had nothing in the truck. On the way up to State Line, just pulling those big grades. Like,
you just don't have any insulation in there.
It's no insulation, and most of the time, like, it's fine. Like, I can get away with it as long as there's airflow over the exhaust to keep it cool. But the second, like, I start dropping gears and like just going slow because I was like in caravan and following everybody.
That's not the air. That's literally your motor working harder
when making it the exhaust hotter
and making more heat. So you just need to get that deadening stuff around the bottom and get it all layered up and you'd be good.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's crazy. Imagine you just like
burned down the truck.
Oh my God. And Big Bear is like not a little hill. That's like a 10,000 foot.
And
mountain.
especially on my side, because there's two ways into Big Bear. There's the San Bernardino side, which is easier, and then my side, which is the back way, I guess, so to speak. And it's pretty, anyway, almost burned down the truck. Bacon asked a lot of questions. Let's jump over him a little bit. Our buddy, why does not my brain work?
Oh, and I'm not putting a trailer hitch on the Tacoma.
Oh yeah. You're supposed to answer.
Yeah, I was thinking about it, and then I was like, I'm never gonna drive this farther than I need to.
Yeah. Would you ever throw stuff in the bed for like a little show?
That's why I did the bed the way it is.
That's right. Yeah. In your video, you explain that.
Yeah, and we're gonna put hooks in the side, so I'll be able to like put a very minimal-isk thing. Like if I wanted to go up to Cruise to the Pines with it, I could take probably like 4 totes and 2 tables in an easy up. Yeah. But when is that really going to happen? It's never going to happen.
I know.
It's never going to happen.
Yeah.
So,
Dean, our buddy Dean Thurman, FFF in our club. Why haven't you tried coming to Turkey Drag? I don't know. It's one of those things
because it's always like right around the holidays.
Oh, that's right. It's like around at like end of November kind of thing. I've heard good things about it. It looks fun.
No, it does. It does, but it's around and it's always like that time of year when I don't want to drive anywhere.
That's true. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I'll agree to that one.
And just going to less and less things. Maybe when I get my truck going, then I'll have a change of heart. But because there are certain shows I want to go to with it. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about it. It's like old school truck run style.
What about if someone asks us a question about a show like that and we're just like, no, we hate that show?
Yeah, we don't like the promoter.
I'm just kidding. Just thought that just right now.
Yeah.
We're always like, yeah, we always heard good things. Yeah. What if it comes across to the one? We're like, no.
We're like, no, yeah, we don't. That's a stupid show.
Anyway. Old man Dave, are you ever going to body drop the 4Runner? No. I was thinking about this. I think definitely if I build, that's a big if. If I build next, I'm gonna body drop it. I know how I am perceived about body drops and stuff, but I definitely think the next one should be body dropped.
Well, and your 4Runner lays very, very close to the ground.
It's really close. I know that sounds a little like dumb, but it's really close. Like the only way, I mean, Dave knows because Dave knows, right? And Dave has a keen eye for how trucks lay. But if someone was just walking by, they would just assume it's body dropped because the only way to really tell is when I park next to Joey's 4Runner, the green one, then you're like, oh, that is definitely not body dropped.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Especially if you got like a Tacoma because I'm just going to sound really bad, but a just laying frame Tacoma, it needs to be body dropped.
Yes, I agree. I totally agree. Sorry for all those who don't have body drop Tacomas.
Go do it. No.
Go do it. Poised Brett. Why is Brian too cool for Integra Terites in his Tacoma?
Oh, I was driving into Pandas last week, and there was an old school Integra, first gen Integra there. Mm-hmm. When I did the Integra Terites in my Tacoma, I did second gen Integras, but I wanted so first gen they're
like more skinny.
They're skinnier.
Mm-hmm.
Second gen they kind of bubble.
That's right. Yeah.
And the corners on a first gen are tighter. So mine were not as tight. Like the radius around was this, so they had to be sunken in.
That's why they were so sunken in so far?
Yes. Oh. Yeah, because they had to be.
Okay.
I wanted first gen. I don't know why I got second gen. I think I just bought the wrong ones. And I was like, these will work just fine. And they didn't. and I was never happy with it. If I came into a bunch of money, I would do a Tacoma bed and put the original ones I wanted in there because I think they would look cool.
Now that you mentioned that, now that makes a ton of sense. I just thought you sunk them in that far just because, honestly.
No, it was the shape. You know what I mean? If they wouldn't have sunken in, they would have stuck out.
This is an interesting question. Okay, sorry. LI feet 150 mph. Have you been a better member? I thought I saw that one earlier. I'm like, what do you mean of the human race? Like, no.
Worse? No.
Yeah, worse off a little bit. A better forbidden member? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what that meant. This is kind of an interesting thing. Have you been a better member?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm building my truck.
There you go.
Yeah. No, yeah, he's meaning because we were. I remember I said be a better member that one time.
I don't, but I believe you.
Yeah, it was a really good episode where I was like, just be a better member, Frank, and it was very received very well.
Yeah. I know what
We were talking about lug nuts and, and the cleanliness of your, because you just rock up and just get out of your truck and lay it out.
So
and that one time we were
answer his question. No.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
I am
a better member. I bought lug nuts. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But other than that, don't ever look underneath the hood of my truck. Don't ever look in the floorboards because it's full of dust. When my back was blown out for Chubs, Justin up there, he has that detail company, Proper Detailing. He detailed it for me, and he's like detailing it, and he's like really sincere, and he's like, look, man, I can't get all the dirt out of this carpet right now in this scenario. Like, if you wanted me to do it later, maybe we'll hook up, and then you could do it. And I was like, no, man. Just, and he said it felt really sorry, or really bad. I was like, no, dude, there was
you should have been like, you better get all that dirt out right now.
Yeah. I'm like, not unsatisfactory.
1 star.
Yeah. 1 star. 1 star. Let me jump over here now to the messages. That was through when you put the question on Instagram, okay. So now I'm jumping over to the messages. Okay. This is a longer question, so bear with me while I read this. This is from Mutiny FNB _LLC. He says, okay, I've got a question for the podcast. Do you know
what? Hold on. I'm going to be blurry.
Oh, no.
Hold on. Yeah. I just looked at my monitor and I was like, wait, there's no, because my last photo I took, I was in manual focus.
No. Oh, well.
Why aren't these
Blurry Brian is back, baby.
Blurry Brian is back for the first 57 minutes of this. I was like, looking at them all. Am I blurry? I'm blurry.
Damn. It's okay. Yeah. I'm crisp. Hi, I'm crisp. Blurry Brian is back.
God, why did I notice that? That's going to be real bad.
Like really blurry?
Yeah, because I was taking a picture of an emblem on a mirror.
So it was like
the
real
mirror was
focus.
Reflective, so it wouldn't autofocus. So I could switch it to manual focus to do it. And
oh well, hey, it's okay.
We can't win them all. I'm gonna get a T-shirt one day. It's gonna be a Blurry Brian.
Well, I was just about to say that. Like, we have all these little things that we're kind of like building lore around the podcast about, and that's one of them. We got Blurry Brian. We got It's Been a Week. Yeah. We got Frank drinks too much water during podcasts. So I don't know. That's just part of the. That's part of the drop lore, is what I'm saying. Yeah. Anyway, so now that you're in focus, Mutiny FNB _LLC. Okay, I've got a question for the podcast. Do you guys think YouTube builders get taken less serious than your normal builders that post on Instagram? This is one thing that has kind of held me back because, in parentheses, and I may be reaching, but Jake Paul is actually a great fighter, but no one takes him seriously because he's a YouTuber. Am I overthinking this, or is there a level of disrespect towards YouTubers? I think so. What I guess what he's saying is like, because that's what you're doing basically, is you're building a truck through your YouTube channel. But I'm not really doing the work. And doesn't Jake Paul just fight up washed up boxers anyways? Yeah, I know that's a mutiny. That's a really bad comparison because Jake Paul is just a trash human being to begin with.
Yeah, he is.
Like, I mean, maybe we could think of a better example.
But I understand the example. So Jake Paul, while he is a fighter, he has trained to be now a legitimate fighter. Like, people didn't take him seriously because he was a YouTuber.
Right.
He didn't start out as a fighter and then transition to a podcaster or
Right.
transition. He was a prank idiot YouTuber. You know what I mean? Like Beverly Hills Kid and, you know, this little rich boy. And now he's started boxing and stuff. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so too. Just everybody out there creating content. Like, if this guy's worried about putting his content out there, whatever he's building, don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Like, that should be the least of your concerns. Like, you should be more worried about creating interesting content, because that might be the disconnect, is maybe someone's building something and not creating interesting content. So people are like, what am I watching?
Or they're not doing it seriously. Okay, so that's that's maybe this is the route that this question or an answer goes. Is you have like a shop that builds trucks for clients, and they do everything right? No expense spared, da 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 da. But then you have like a YouTuber, say me for example. I start to build a truck in my garage, and I'm just cutting corners because I'm not a builder. You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So I think as long as you do the work correctly and you use the right parts, and the outcome is what you would do if you took it to a shop and paid them to do, then I don't think there is a difference.
Yeah, that's
you know. I think if you're just cutting corners and you're doing it like you're just like, well, whatever, I don't need to do it right because I'm just a YouTuber. Then maybe you won't get taken seriously.
And also, you have to have a really strong, not backbone. How am I trying to say? Like, you have to be ready for the comments to tell you you're doing it wrong too. Like, you have to be prepared mentally to deal with 200 people telling you, why didn't you grind it this way, or why didn't you weld it that way? It's just like, you got to have some strength in that aspect too. Don't let them get to you. You know.
Oh yeah, I mean, people are going to comment.
They're going to say stuff.
They're going to say
Always.
the dumbest things.
Yeah.
You can't let it get to you, and you just don't react to them. You know, I used to react to comments. I remember the first time my first YouTube video that got a lot of views was Joel's Tundra.
Yeah.
And I had never saw like hatred before on YouTube. Like, it was my first time, and I started just like, I shared it on Facebook, and I was like, guys, all these people are talking bad about Joel's Tundra. Let's go get them.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And everyone's like, just ignore it.
Yeah.
No.
Just to relax, because there's always
yeah,
going to be those people.
Yeah.
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 Well, I hope that helps. So, yeah, man, don't worry about that stuff. If this dude wants to create videos, then do it. Just do it.
If you want to go be a boxer, then do it.
Yeah, be a boxer. Or you want to be a prank guy, be a prank guy.
Yeah. You can do whatever you want. Just do
man.
it. I think in the end, if you do anything you do, if you do it as best you can with the most knowledge possible, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I agree to that 100%. So do it, man. Let's see some videos. Mutiny Fab. I think FNB stands for Fab. Mutiny Fab.
FNB?
FNB. So that's not Fab.
No.
I don't know. Frame and Body. Sorry. Now that I see this thing, it's Mutiny Frame and Body. Yeah.
Mutiny Frame and Body.
Yep. Yeah. Let's see. Tag us in your videos. Make a video. Tag us. And then, yeah, that'd be great.
And
let's do one more. One more?
However many you want, man. I don't got nothing.
Well, we only
to
got
do
one more, so we got...
We'll just cut it short there. We'll get the rest next week.
I know. Oh, this is the last one.
Yeah.
Our friend Michael, MJB Taco, he asked, and this is, we can answer this really, really quick. It's like, what do you guys think of static mini trucks? They're cool.
Yeah.
I personally would rather have a bag truck, but I mean, I'm not going to go and talk crap about someone's static drop truck.
Yeah. I think everything has its purpose. You know what I mean? Like, I saw static Tacoma when I left my neighborhood. An white extra cab had a bunch of work stuff in the back, but it was pretty low, and I was
nice.
Like, heck yeah, that's cool.
That's sick.
Like, my next mini truck that I build will be a static drop mini truck. My Nissan was a static drop mini truck, and it was fun. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's whatever.
Yeah,
it's
yeah, I like them. Like, you know, I've never. There's a local guy around here who has a static drop hard body that's super low, but it's done more in that, like, you know, wide wheel, you know, kind of style. And I've never found myself looking at any of those going like, ugh. I always go like, holy crap. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, that's cool. Like,
I think when I was younger, I used to I would be like, why don't you just, well, when I first got in, people weren't bagging a lot of stuff. Then everyone started bagging. Air Ride. Saw Angie back there.
Yeah, she's home today.
And then I would be like, just bag it. Like, you're a little bitch if you don't bag your truck, or like, you don't be a wuss. Just bag and body drop it. And now I'm like, Yeah, do whatever you want. It's cool just modifying a vehicle.
Yeah.
But I still will say body drop over. Like if you're gonna go through all the work to bag something,
Body
might
drop
as well
it.
might as well keep
I
going.
agree. Yeah, I agree to that. Yeah, to a certain extent, because I don't mind frame trucks. Yeah, like yes, like we were just talking about a minute ago. Like yes, definitely a Tacoma looks better body dropped. But if it's lane frame,
everything looks better.
Everything looks better body drop. But I mean, even if it's not, like I remember a super clean one. This is a real obscure reference that only a few people will remember. But do you remember the one that Perfect Poise put together and gave away? That red standard cab. That was super clean.
Yeah,
and that was completely stock bagged on like some regular wheels. The
oh yeah,
wheels
that's still cool.
Yeah,
it's still really
great.
Cool. Like, speaking of, have you seen our buddy Ben?
Oh my gosh, Ben!
Now?
We got to talk about Ben. That fool
If
body
you're not-
dropping his truck with 53 days
rebuilding
ago.
driving it to Minion Nats.
Yeah,
Like, I knew he was going to drive his truck to Minion Nats, and I was like, that's crazy by itself.
mm-hmm.
But then he just tore the entire thing down
To body drop it. And not only and it's not a stock floor body drop. I mean, it's not a traditional body drop. He's doing a stock floor body drop.
Yeah.
Man, good luck, Ben.
We have an open seat in the Titan if you need a ride.
Yeah, you just
but I have
abandon the
faith in
truck.
you. Yeah.
Abandon the truck. He's like, all right, guys, let's go. And then
He'll be there before us in the Toyota.
Oh yeah.
Like, what took you guys so long?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been watching his journey pretty intently, and I'm excited. I'm rooting for him, man. I'm really rooting for him.
Me too. I am big time. Go watch his YouTube channel.
Follow Ben Turpek on YouTube. He's documenting everything he's doing, weekly videos. It's great content. He's fun, interesting dude. Again, another one of those dudes. He'll be on the podcast too. We got to find out what's going on with him.
Yeah.
But the reason Michael asked this question is his truck. You've seen his truck, the Tacoma. He's got a turboed. He put a turbo on it. I think it's like the 2.4 liter 4-cylinder. Michael can correct all this, but I think it's 2.4 liter 4-cylinder. It's turboed. It's on coilovers. It's getting pretty nice. He just took the next leap, I guess, in that world of the static drop world with fitting wider wheels. He just took the leap of cutting out his bed sides and putting flares on it. So it's a sick truck. So yeah, I like your truck, Mike.
Yeah, I love that. I love all that. Did you see that Mazda from Japan where he cut the fenders in the front?
No, I haven't.
I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
He took it's like wider wheels, but he didn't put flares on it. He actually cut between the top of the fender and the arch fender well in the center and sectioned it up. So it's still and now it has like a wide wheel and it's like nice. The fitment's super nice.
Nice. Yeah, I gotta see that. Send that to me.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, right on. Well, that's that. And are you ready for LSD?
Yeah.
Me too. Well, I got a couple more things to do. So
I haven't done anything. Like I have a list of things I need to do, and
you have a couple more days. Like I still have to take a day to get to you, so you still have a little bit.
Yep. So tomorrow my plan is to pull the Maverick out of the garage. I need to wash it, so I'll wash it, set it out there, and then I'm gonna take all my stuff and put it in the garage, in the center of the garage. And then when you get here, it'll just be like all my stuff out of the trailer. And then all my stuff into the trailer. My biggest thing is that I'm worried about is how much extra stuff am I going to take? Oh,
that's good. That's a good question.
Because with the weather being good, I think people are planning on going out there, and I just think that, like, how much extra stock do I take?
Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to think. So
yeah,
but
too.
The nice thing is we have the bed of the truck. So like, if we need to put stuff in the bed of the truck, we can, because there's not going to be weather at all.
No, and I don't think I have some trophies for Doug, but we don't have Lindsay's stuff this year, so it's just me and you. So it's just our stuff. So I think we have plenty.
Did you? Oh, and I have Joe's trailer too. I can stuff things in if need to. Not that I'm taking a bunch of stuff, but did you already go to Doug's?
No, I'll be hitting him up tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Does he have something for us?
Stickers for me.
Okay. And yeah, stickers for me too.
Hopefully.
Doug, Creative House, makes all of our stickers. Thank you, Doug.
Maybe
we'll see. We'll let you know. usually Doug makes all of our stickers.
I have backups. I got a bunch of these made.
Oh, cool. Oh, sick.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, that's a cat. And then the Texas road trip has an armadillo on the front, right?
So I have those. He's making those, but I have these as backup that he did not make.
Cool.
So he's supposed to be making a bunch. Now that you can see me, I'm not blurry for the last 15 minutes of the video.
Welcome back, Blurry Brian. All right, well, the next episode is we'll be back from LST, so we'll be talking about LST on the next week's episode.
Yep.
All right, cool. I'll go to our websites, livelifecustom.com, grinder-tv.com, buy stuff, get entered to win, and we'll let you know what that is soon.
Yeah.
All right, later. Bye.